What's up, guys? This is Ronnie again. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. So, today I'm gonna continue the same series like on Pandas exercise, like what I started like thing yesterday only. So, I have I have already like list down the topics or the exercises which I'm gonna like talk about today. This is like listed over here if you can see, but don't worry about that. I'll explain each and everything's in detail. So just uh for a quick recap, like what we did yesterday, like uh, I have used this read underscore csv method for loading the csv file. Then I then we did another exercise on how we can like set like display maximum rows and column, but again there was some strange weird behavior, like whatever I'm setting it is like actually setting the half of this thing. But uh, some of you guys already figured out that some of you already like send me some email, but I haven't got the chance to read all those things. But again I'll do it in the over the weekend. The next thing we did, like how we can get the column names. It's very easy and simple. The next thing we did, that is like count of some values. Like for example, if you are having some gdp data, and inside the gdp data you are having one column called country or city. So if you want to find out like how many unique countries or cities are there and how many times they are available in the data set, then this method is really going to help you. Then the shape. Okay, one more thing, like here it is no shape, like how you can convert the data frame into numpy array. This is, and again how you can convert the convert the pandas series to numpy array. These two things, and again how you can use like dot plot method to plot a bar from series. This is some sorting thing, like this thing, like we sort the like pandas series using ascending order. Then we did some sort of sorting based on some values, like yes, some values of the column. Then what I did, like more than one column, how we did here. And so the next thing is that I'll be going to talk about all these things, so don't worry about that. As I told you, I'm gonna like describe each and everything in detail. So without like wasting much time, let's start our today's topic. Okay, cool. So before going forward, uh, I have forgot something. Yes. So guys, please stay tuned with other topics with NumPy and Matplotlib. And right now for these 2 weeks, I'll be completely focusing on pandas. So after that, I'll be doing again continue the remaining part of the Matplotlib. And meanwhile, I also uploading the exercise for NumPy. NumPy is already completed, but I'll be going to cover the exercises, so it will give you some actual what do you say, like you'll feel comfortable if you do all these things, and it will give you some sort of like real like hands-on kind of a stuff when you are going to actually deal with the data or some sort of machine learning problem. Okay, so before going forward, let me just write this thing, like I've already think. Okay, just check. Okay, this is our data set, whole data set. So let's do something. Df underscore head. Okay, now I'll explain what is head and what is tail. This will be exercise number 11. Head. Okay, equals to df dot head. So, and if you do this, so it is always going to like display the first 5 rows. See, if you want to see more than 5, then, or if you say want to see 6, so it will going to print or display the 6 things. So this is pretty cool. Like, let me just break up this whole thing and so it will be easier. I'll be going very slowly, like head with counts like 10. See, so let me just make it like this so it will be easier for some of you to understand. So this is like first five, and if you mention some numeric value, then it will list down that many items. For example, if you like, I'm not sure whether it is going to print 100 or not, but just like, give a try. Yes, I thought it is going to be like dot 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 dot, but no, it is actually doing it. Pretty cool. Okay, the next thing will be exercise 12. This will be exercise 13. So the next thing is tell. What is tell? Tell is going to print from the bottom actually. So if you see the last five row from the bottom, so the same thing you can do with counts 11, 12, 13, 14. Tell with count. Let's 10 first. See 10 from the bottom. So keep it like this. It's very simple, very useful. More often you'll be going to use it, like to check whether your data has been loaded correctly or not, or to understand the high level overview of the data, just to see if what is the like there are cases like, for example, right now we're having how many data here over here, like I think 28,000 columns are here in our data, right? So you don't want to see the whole data, but again you want to have some real overview, high level overview. You want to have the data before going to put some observation or some I'm not sure, like probably in real cases I can say, but again 20,000 rows are here, but you're not going to talk about, or you're not going to like see the whole data in one go or one shot for the first time. So it will be useful to like view the first top five rows or top six row, and the from bottom top six, top seven, or whatever. So this too is going to be very useful at the time of like all the real world data science related problem, data analytics, as well as in terms of machine learning algorithm as well. Okay, so the next thing is info and describe. So this is exercise 15. What is info? Like df dot info. See what is going to be, what is going to happen over here. So it is actually give you the like description or some detail overview of your data. For example, you are having this many entries. Out of that, this many objects are having null values, not null values. So it means in this column probably you'll be having some null values, right? If you see, these columns are having not null values, no null values, but you are having total this entries, and this many is having non-null values. So if you take a minus from this to this, then you will get the null values count. So this is also very important. uh, the data type is float 64 for these things. This is object means you can just think about that as a string. This is some numerical values, and this is quite impressive like thing to have uh, from the library. Like this is really very useful, like if you're when you are going to deal with the huge data at that point of time, you don't know like how many columns are having not null values, how many columns are having like this sort of data. Like by watching your data. For example, you are having 100 columns, and if you do not know the data types, how you are going to do that? There should be something, and this is, you can say, this is just 1 second, not even a 1 second, like just fraction of a second you get all this information. Based on that, you will actually like develop your like algorithm or logic to solve the real world data uh, issues or problem. The next thing is exercise 16, that is describe. Okay, this is pure statistics. Those are already familiar with that, they will be able to understand. And again, the important thing that here only the numerical like data types columns have been considered. For example, like how many numerical? 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, seven columns like only considered over here. The remaining columns has been like what do you say, actually this method didn't consider those, because this is some statistical operation. For example, count, like this many count is there. Mean value for airline is this is the mean value. Standard deviation this, minimum value this, 20% value is less than this, 50% value is less than this, 75% value is less than this, and maximum value is this. So this will be also very useful when you are going to like uh, plot some distribution, or you want to check the skewness of your data. I know I'm sound very weird, like all these stuffs are from the pure statistics or linear algebra, but again, I have to tell you, like, or else you'll not be able to understand what is that. I know after like hearing those terms, few of you already started googling what is distribution plot, what is density, what is skewness of the data, and all. Guys, please do it. You'll get some idea what is actually meant by distribution and all. So let me just plot this thing, then you'll be able to understand. But again, uh, don't worry. See the distribution of this thing. This is the distribution. So let me, I'm not sure whether this will take this or not. Okay, cool. So this is the distribution of airline ID. So maximum airline ID is this number. Actually, this is some sort of ID. So most ID is 20500, is having most number of airlines flights. Okay, the maximum delay is between what do you say, from here, like 0 to between this range. Cancel something around here, some sort of things. But again, this is not the right data set to do this sort of things. But again, this is how it looks. I think it's not 20, it is something around this. Could be looks better. It looks better. Okay, fine. But again, don't worry about that. But again, this is how we can do it. Like, I'm not sure whether this will work or not. Data from this known density plot, probably not plot. Not sure whether this will come or not. Let me try. But again, don't worry about that. I'm just giving it a try. Density. Density plot is not a valid plot. Okay. So this is the density kind of a thing, but again, let me just make it a bit. Okay. See, this is the density plot. So maximum density is 20500, some like some airline ID. You can change it like. So now you're able to understand how important is these things. And actually, this plot is the like data representation of actually this data is the same thing, the graphically representation of the same data. This column FLM, if you understand what I say. Like for example, it says the maximum elements are between this region 0 to something around 2000, like. And if you go over here, yes, maximum 75% is 2701, so between this range. So again, just forget about it at this moment, but again, uh, when I say forget about it, I mean that don't concentrate on this thing at this moment. But again, if you already understood, then this is very impressive. But please keep this in mind, on your mind, like uh, these things are really useful for the future, or like actual problem, like how these things are related. Like as I told you, like I have maybe probably have said millions time, like matplotlib, numpys and pandas are closely related, and so you can understand how closely they are related. Just one dot and see the things, right? Okay, so I'm not gonna remove this thing, let it be like this. So when in the future I'm gonna upload this thing whole, I'm gonna upload the whole like notebook to the GitHub repository. So when future you will be like, or we'll be discussing about the machine learning and the advanced topics with pandas or some matplotlib, so that time you can relate all those things. Like again, the next part is like I forgot actually what is our next topic. Describe with turn, now sort. Okay, so I think we have already seen the sorting over here, right? Sort by values. Now we'll be going to sort the column actually. So let just taking hit the data df underscore head. Oh, why I'm writing this? So this is 100. So if you sort this thing, to object not to sort. See, the column names are actually sorted over here. Like, so the actual thing was like this: fill date, unique carrier, and all. But when I sort this thing like df underscore head sorting this and axis equals to 1 means column wise. If you don't put this, then it will be like this: sort the index wise, like row level index. But again, our things are like same, so there will not be any change actually. Okay, so you understand my point, right? So what was the exercise 16? I think this will be exercise 17, sort column names. Ooh, next thing is subset, then rename. Cool, subset. Okay, so we'll try to do the subset over here. So df.head is this. So df.head underscore new equals to, let's say I need only unique carrier and airline ID. Okay, so see, we have created a subset from the whole data set using, it's not nothing special, you just know how to take this thing. You have to create a list, and inside the list you have to give another like square brackets, just normal pandas notation. Like, so this is exercise 18, so subset has been completed. I'm going quite fast. Subset from whole data set, excluding columns. Okay, the next thing, can extend this thing like excluding rows. How to exclude some rows? For example, df underscore head is this. Mm, First, let me talk about something interesting. Two things. Log means it is row level index, so it is actually printed this thing. But if you want to uh, do it for more, like 0 and 1, okay, so it means row level index. But again, if you want to positional index, if you want to use, then you have to use ilog. But again, if it is going to print the same thing, because in our case these two things are same. So to make it a bit useful, so let me let me create a new index for these things. For example, df underscore head dot mm, actually what I'm trying to uh, rename and I'm trying actually over here, I'm trying to like change the index, the whole thing, like I into I plus 10 for I in range 100. axis equals to index. Okay, why this is not taking this thing? Well, df underscore head rename. Well, not sure what is not working. Okay, I made a mistake on. Okay, so now if you can see, we got new index. So this is another thing of renaming the index. Like let's exercise 19 is actually renaming the index. We change the index. Now if I, okay, another thing we can, like, in place equals to true. A value is trying to be set in a copy. See the keyword documentation, rename. Okay, not sure what is happening, why this is. See the keywords warning. I'm not sure why it is not. Why in place is not working here, not sure, but again, just leave it for the time. Create a new data frame, df2, df2, see. Okay, now if I just df2 dot lock 0, 0 is not in the index. So when I put 0, it was throwing an error that 0 is not an index. But now if I put 20, it is going to print this, the first thing. In similar way, I can just 2021 and the first two things. And again, the funny thing is that now if I put ilog 0, it is also going to give me the first thing. But again, it is positional index 0 1. Same thing has been written over here. Okay, sorry guys, it will be like this. See, the same thing I have displayed over here, but using two different thing. LOC means the label index, these two things. ILOC means the positional index, this means 0 and first. So renaming the index using of LOC exercise using of cool. Let me keep this like this. Those are actually I'm just going to keep this for 2 minutes. So those are actually uh, taking notes. Can take it. Okay. So we did renaming of index. We uh, let's rename the let's rename the renaming of the index should be here. Let's rename the columns actually. Same thing, probably can if underscore d. See, the FL date column has been renamed now. So the next we can do it for multiple columns as well, like if underscore d and probably u underscore c. What it is saying, cannot specify both axes of any index columns. Well, this is funny. Why this is not working? Invalid syntax. Why this is so? Why this is like this? Well, basically I did a mistake. Like if you print F2, see, okay, again I did a mistake. See, FL date is FD1, unique carrier is UC. So in this way we can actually, now if you want to change some column values, that is also possible. Changing specific values from a single column. You have to use replace. For example, mm, I want to change this date actually. Say, let's say this is the actual date and I want to change it to something, for example, like this. And we don't need this. Well, now if you do a df2, see, the 0 1 becomes 1. If you want to make it for more than one column, then you have to just give one comma and you have to like this and then this this, then probably I want a to be a like this. See, so probably you can create a new thing over here, removing this part. Okay, and this is for more than like one column from multiple. Cool. Fine. I'm thinking what could be like our next thing. Like I have covered mostly everything. These things are really important, like for your future. Mm, Okay, like some sort of like slicing. For example, df dot lock. So this is actually okay. Let me just create df new equals to df dot head. Let's say 10 df underscore new. So this means everything. Now if you want to just have the first row and all column, uh, sorry, it means like it is going to be print like 0 and 1 and everything. And if you want to have like this, let's say what is going to happen. Okay, cannot do this in class. Okay, sorry. The thing is that okay, let me put iLock and now. So this is going to print, see, one column from the first row and one. And if you just going to, this is going to print the first row. If you want two, then this. And if you want this thing, this. If you want like last, the if you want to see the last column, okay, see the last column. If you want to see up to ARR, then you have to just give like this. See, so in this way we can do some sort of slicing. And now the next thing is that, for example, you want to display from in this set where the flight number is 3. You want to display that row. For the column fl underscore num, the flight number is 3. How you are going to achieve that? So for that, df dot lock like this, then df uh, like fl underscore num equals to well 3, and you want to like you want to display only these two things like airline ID, and you want to display this thing only, airline ID. See, sorry, it should be df underscore new. See, it print like this row only. So to make you guys more comfortable, let me just print the whole thing. So 3 is this. See, if you do not put anything, it is going to print everything. That column, this one. So this is also important. Exercise 22, exercise like to for displaying rows from data frame based on specific column values for display. And excluding columns. Okay, how? Like line underscore id. See, well, that's all. No, I have covered, I think, last time probably I did 10. Today I have completed like 23. So let me just give you a quick recap. Here, this is head, then head thing with default, then head with some specific count, then again same thing, tail with default, like without any count, then with some specific value, then info, then describe, then some sort of plotting, purely statistical things, then how to sort the index like this. Okay, now I can do something like hmm, probably our df2 is having now new index. Let me just take it over here. Yes, so df2 dot sort index. So this is like this. So if you put ascending equals to false, let's see. So it is actually reversed. So if you are not mentioning anything, then it will be reversed. So one more exercise. Exercise on sorting row label index. Okay, index, then we just um, subset over here, then rename the columns, like, sorry, not the columns, the index we rename, then we use some iloc and lock, then renaming the this column names over here, then renaming the values of a specific column, then remaining multiple values from multiple column, then we did some sort of slicing, then you did some conditional query, like based on like purely SQL thing, where clause, it is like not exactly where but the same thing we are doing, if you can see. And then we have like completed this part over here, but again using some specific column as a result set, like only returning this thing. Then we just completed another exercise on like this thing, like indexing, sorry, sorting the index as ascending order, sorry, descending order. So that's all, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this exercise as well. Please uh, like uh, like make yourself like familiar with all those stuff. First use some pen and paper, like write down all this like queries or code, try to practice these things, listen one thing carefully. If you're going to watch my videos over Facebook or YouTube or Udemy, it is not going to help you anything until and unless you're not going to write the code by yourself, like, and you are not getting any kind of error, and after that if you're not going through some Google or Stack Overflow to fix those errors, then until and unless, like, up to that point, you'll not be able to, like, what do you say, not able to understand anything. Like, as of now, if you just watching my videos, it will be remain in your mind, like, until probably 1 hour, 2 hour, probably maximum 1 week. But if you're doing it by your hand, by your own, and after that you are like applying your own logic to develop something more, and and what do you say, if you're getting some sort of error or trouble, and after that if you're doing or searching or researching or doing some R&Ds by yourself by searching over Google's and Stack Overflow, then only you'll be able to understand, or will be able to get the uh, get get insight to this thing. So I will highly recommend you guys to start writing codes, not only following my videos. I'm just doing this session for this exercise thing, so just give you guys like some sort of use cases. So this will be kind of a Bible after 1 month, because I'm going to cover probably hundreds or maybe two hundreds of examples. And trust me, guys, there is no video over YouTube or like Udemy. Those are actually going to in that detail and in that slow pace. And again, as I told you, I'm also like kind of, I'm not an expert. Whatever I learned it from YouTube. YouTube was my university, YouTube will be my university, and YouTube is my university. So I'm contributing to my university. So whatever I learned from YouTube, I just give it back in a more consolidated, more like what do you say, more like structured way. So in a one place, you will be able to understand each and everything. So you will get NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, machine learning, all the Python basic stuff, and also the other stuffs. Like those are actually very much interested on freelancing stuff using Python's web scraping, automation, web development. That series is also there. And one more thing, I was very busy, so last week I was not able to upload Neo4j videos, but hopefully you'll be getting some time over the weekend, so I'll be uploading. But guys, please follow these exercises. Try to practice, do it for at least 10 to 15 minutes. If you're going to do it using pen and paper, then also you'll be able to learn it fast. Like if you're using a Jupyter Notebook or any other ID, then if you're using tab or dot, it is going to give you the hint. That is fine, no problem. But if you're going to write from pen and paper, and after that you just do a copy paste, from not directly copy paste, after write down the code in the pen and paper, and after that just follow whatever you written in your paper to Jupyter Notebook or ID, then also you'll be able to learn it very fast. But again, this will register for your brain and mind for like more longer duration, trust me. So I'm just giving you some tips whatever I followed. Like few months ago I also newbie, but now probably I know 0.1%, and I'm trying to contribute the same for you guys. So that's all. If you like my videos, like our other videos, like whatever Supratim and Amit is doing, please do a thumbs up, click the bell icon, subscribe to our channel, share the videos with your friends, other colleagues, those are actually studying in college. Please share among your friends, other college students, communities, along with your teacher. Ask them to check our videos. Provide us some feedback if you are not doing something properly, probably inappropriate. If you think, please do let us know. We are happy to correct ourselves. We are always trying to achieve uh, the the best thing whatever we can do for you guys. So that's all for today. Probably I'm going to I'm gonna upload another like episode on this exercise series by tomorrow. So that's all, guys. Over and out. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.